Hey folks, so I'm just a regular teenage girl, right? Last week, I'm visiting my grandma in the hospital. She's on her deathbed, looking all frail and stuff. Out of the blue, she starts telling me this mind-boggling story. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She goes, "Sweetie, back in the 90s, I was part of these 2 secret missions to Mars." Yeah, Mars, not your usual hospital conversation, right? But here we are. Now, my grandma, bless her soul, is in her 70s. Back in the day, she was some scientist. Not the nerdy lab coat type you see on TV, more like a regular lady with a crazy secret life. So picture this: a hospital room, grandma spilling the beans, and me, wide-eyed, wondering if she's lost her marbles. She starts talking about these top secret missions, not to fight aliens or anything, just to study hybrid humans. They'd shoot her up to Mars in this starship. Yeah, like Star Trek, but real, apparently. And her job? Figuring out if they could mix Earth and Mars DNA to create humans that could survive on both planets. The first mission, they set up shop on Mars like it was their secret lab. Sterile rooms, beakers, and tubes, the whole science kit. Grandma's scribbling stuff in notebooks like she's planning a recipe or something. Not a word about aliens, just her and her colleagues playing mad scientist on another planet. Fast forward to the second mission, more experiments, more secret labs. Mars was their playground, and they were trying to change what it means to be human. Imagine that. Walking on Mars like it's no big deal. She's telling me all this, and I'm sitting there trying to wrap my head around it. She's not making it up. Her eyes are dead serious. No ghosts, no haunted spaceships, just Mars, science, and my grandma. Now here's the kicker. After all this, she comes back to Earth, signs some papers, and carries on with life like it's just another Tuesday. No fame, no recognition, just grandma and her crazy secret. I'm sharing this with you guys because it's too wild not to. So my grandma's winding down, her eyes all misty like she's staring into another world. I'm just sitting there, absorbing the craziness she just dropped on me. She says, "Sweetie, I never told anyone about this. The government, they wanted it all hush-hush. They didn't want people knowing we were messing around on Mars." And I'm like, "But Grandma, this is huge. How did you keep it a secret all these years?" She chuckles weakly and says, "Life moves on, sweetie. People forget or they just don't believe. I signed papers, promised to keep quiet. Mars became a distant memory, a dream you doubt you ever had." She takes a deep breath, the beeping of the hospital machines filling the room. "I'm telling you now because it's time. I've lived my life, seen the world, and now it's your turn to carry this strange piece of our family history." And that's when it hits me. My grandma, this seemingly ordinary woman lying in a hospital bed, had lived this extraordinary life on Mars. She wasn't just grandma, she was a space pioneer. It's like finding out Superman is your grandpa, minus the cape. I pull out my phone and start recording her. "Grandma, are you sure you want me to share this?" She nods, a mix of determination and weariness in her eyes. "People need to know, sweetie. They need to understand that there's more to this universe than they can imagine. So here I am, sharing this with you." My grandma's story, a legacy from a time when she stepped foot on Mars and changed the course of human potential. No aliens, no little green men, just Earth and Mars and the secrets we keep. She smiles at the camera, a mix of pride and nostalgia on her face. "I'm signing off now, sweetie. Remember, the world is full of wonders, even if they're hidden away." And just like that, the video ends. My grandma's story is out there, floating in the vastness of the internet. I sit there, staring at the screen, wondering how many other grandmas and grandpas out there have stories that would blow our minds. Life's a crazy ride, ain't it? Stay curious, my friends.